Hello everyone, and welcome to our new playthrough of another Resident Evil game. This is another mainline game from kind of like the chronological ordering. I'm not 100% sure if Code Veronica is still canon, because, hey, they like to really fuck up the timeline, and they also really like to make characters worthless, such as, obviously, Nemesis. But Revelations is made to directly be part of Resident Evil, to be kind of like a precursor event to Resident Evil 5. So because of that, I think that this stays canon. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games. I played it on the DS when I was very young, around about 13, 14. And I absolutely fell in love with this game. The raid mode is pretty good, not as good as Revelations 2, but Revelations 2 peaked in the kind of fun side mode for Resident Evil. I personally think the raid mode is probably the best that they've ever done. And as you can see here, it says Infernal, which is one of the hardest difficulties, and it has like a minute. Essentially, what happened is I went into the game and I was like, "Oh, we're having joystick issues and all this stuff." But yeah, before we do this, shoutouts to my Patreons, super Patreons, Smazza Bazza and Brady Burns, as well as a regular Patreon, which is Bellywash. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Also, super Patreon wise, Brady Burns also has a Twitch called PinkDaddy_. So, if you like my content, give his a go. I don't know how much he streams or anything, but hey, he's a friend of mine, so it would be awesome if you can give him some support. But let's get into the game. Yet again, this is one of my favorite games, and I've never played Infernal difficulty, so this should hopefully be very interesting. The story is pretty fair, I think. Yet again, this was made for a 3DS, so all of the missions are like bite-sized missions, except for one raid mode mission at the very end. Many people were overjoyed with Jill's outfit in this game, and as I don't really care about any of that type of stuff, to me it just seemed a bit weird. I don't feel like Jill really looks like Jill in this game. I'll say that much. But I also say that I think the main focus of this game wasn't even as much Jill and Chris, but the side characters, Parker Lucini and stuff. Those characters have so much like love and attention put into them that it's really sad that we don't see more of them in future games. I feel like Parker could have been such a cool addition to another game. He's a Chris Light character, except for the fact that he goes through a good amount of a character arc in this game. All of the characters who aren't the main characters go through a really cool character arc, except for two of them, which are meant to be jokey side characters. Such an interesting camera angle. But yeah, this was originally on the 3DS, and they didn't do anything. They didn't like remake this game. They simply remastered it, did some control changes. They just like upscaled a lot of the models. So that should go to show how good this game was originally, if all they did was just upscale everything. But yeah. There is a lot of achievements for this game. We won't be going for almost any of them, because a lot of the achievements in this game are simply shit like, don't heal on Infernal. Haha, I'm not doing that. But we will speedrun this a little bit, because at the end of the day I already know stuff. So hey, look. They look zombified. They look actually pretty gnarly in my opinion. But yeah. Because this was on the DS, the fire button immediately does a knife, and the knife is pretty weak in this game. And you angle it with just, you know, the singular circle pad you would have had. And this is one of the things that scared me. In Infernal difficulty, they actually give you handgun ammo straight up, which really frightens me. And secondarily, the other thing that really scared me was, oh, a customization part. These are meant to be given in like the second level set.
Coming from the ducks.
This is a really good little jumpy jump. Look at that tooth on the side. Like, I don't know if I can show it well, but you can really see the oozification really happening there. So I don't know. Yeah. There's more handgun ammo. I feel like this ammo might be... in this game, there is no infinite stun. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. They're just full on, just like, nah, you're gonna play this game. So there is dazing. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. So we did a parry there. They don't teach you this, but if an enemy, this early on rather. If an enemy goes to grab you, you can basically parry them. Nope. Oh, fuck. Fuck. This is actually really fucking bad. Okay. Oh, wow. Well. Okay. Fair enough, dude. Give me the good suck. Give me that good suck, boyo. Death counter 1. This is fun, though. I think playing games on higher difficulties than you're used to is much better than being a pussy. Okay, so there is just... is there... Okay. There's nothing yet. I think, though, from, this encounter... Yeah. So, the way we want to do this encounter is to simply back off and then go up. And that's why there's ammo behind you, because that means that it would clue you in on the idea that, oh, you should backtrack and get that ammo. Which is also good, because it means that it doesn't need to teach you about the parrying system as much. But boy howdy do I love these fucking enemies. Okay. We'll go back in here. Grab this ammo. Reload. Okay. Playing this on a controller feels so unnatural. Let's try. Yeah! One enemy down, guys! We don't have the bios scanner yet, so we can't get free shit for that. Feels bad. Okay. Okay, well we have full ammo from what we can grab. So this is called an ooze, and they are the most generic enemy in this game. I wonder if it's actually trying to teach us to just fucking run away. Oh, boy. Okay, so we've killed those two. But I think this is a way better introduction. Obviously, this is way harder. But I think from a more gameplay standpoint, this is a better introduction for a person who's already played a Resident Evil game. Obviously... Hey, oh, but you're gonna die a lot. But if you're not dying a lot in a video game and you kind of just cruise by, even if you're playing, like, come on, if you're playing normal mode, come on. Oh, whoops. So this is, I can't remember exactly what they're called. I think they're called urchins, maybe. But they have a bit lower health. He came back down again. It would... Whatever this is, it's probably way. Okay. Not that useful. So we'll death number 2, I'll just show this. Hey, we died again. We'll now continue. Okay. Got custom parts. It's actually kind of annoying then that you can't see the enemies until they spawn in properly. Because I think it's here. Oh, maybe not. But yeah, so... Okay. Okay, the funny thing about this is that get that extra damage in. Well, Parker, you're having a lot of fun there, and I really don't want to dissuade you from having your fun. Okay. We'll go back here, we'll grab the ammo. I think what they try to teach you here is, to be very resourceful. But here's the Uzi boy. Nice try. Okay. Whew, okay. Get fucked, get fucked. That was actually a cool display in my opinion. We actually did a pretty good thing here. Oh, the elevator works because there's no power. Damn, is this Call of Duty Zombies? Damn, we need to get more power. Okay. Well then, we grab ammo more. There shouldn't be too much ammo left there, but yeah. There isn't many zombies in this one area left. There's only 2. But essentially they show off all of the zombies. But this is basically a sharpshooter. I think its name is called Urchin, if I'm not mistaken. And with the thing I'm shooting at, that little really big arm, it basically uses it as a ballista. We just hit a crit. Crits in this game are really hard to notice because all they do is... like, they don't really have any, like, super visual shit to them, like you will have in other games. There is not really a run button either, because yet again, this is meant to be rather survival horror, and it's also meant to be just scary in general. And limiting movement is always something that makes a game scary. Oh boy, though. I did not expect this game to be this harsh at the very start. I do feel like this game is also kind of built... Infernal difficulty, I think, is kind of meant to be when you already finish the campaign, so then you can get something like the Hydra, which is a really strong shotgun, essentially. So, we'll get up to... yeah. Oh no, there's one more enemy. It'd be interesting if they did the opposite of, is dead set on getting me right now, which is really funny. And because of that, it means that Parker can actually get a bit of damage in. One thing that is awesome about this game, you can also charge your attack, melee attacks up, which does do increased damage, which is very useful. Okay, he died. We have 1 bullet to our name, but we have slayed the beast. Instead of getting teabagged, get spun on, bitch. In a way, I feel like that's more sad. So no matter what, he jumps out there. There's nothing here. And the enemies here. So we'll have Parker try to do some fun stuff with him. And we're going to have to loop by him. There's no way we can kill... This one is like the crab monster. He's like... his like pincers. Essentially, he can knock you down, which is a really bad thing. But essentially, at the end of the day, he's just meant to be really annoying. Fuck, no. We need a way for him to be dazed. Okay. So, thank you, Parker. That is instrumental in our survival. We can go to kill him, and I think we might, just because I would like to show off killing, like, all the enemies. And I don't really think a lot of this starting bit matters too much. However, first, I would like to go here. Whew. Damage 3, that's really good. So, because we're awesome, we do actually have access to a few different weapons. So, essentially, the G18, Jessica's G18, has a bit more capacity and fire rate, but also has less damage than the starting pistol. The Samurai Edge, in my opinion, is really not worth it too much. It sacrifices a little bit of power for a higher fire rate. It also has an extra slot, but that doesn't matter. The government will try and will even equip damage to that. Yeah, because this should now do far more damage. However... Oh shit, we actually have to kill this enemy. And the higher damage you do, I think also benefits your, like, stunning of enemies. So, hey, at the end of the day, we might be doing better because of that as well. Oh! Parker, you might have just killed us. You didn't, but you could have. The AI in this game actually works really well. I think they really took the advice from the previous game. I tried to parry it. Jesus, you don't get much ammo. Oh, and he basically just got stunned. That is such BM. Death number 3. Use your ammo wisely. Well, it's kind of hard to use your ammo wisely when the game basically tells you, hey, your ammo doesn't do much here. Okay. Fuck. I was hardcore gamer focusing that. You know. Okay, and we're dead. Death number 6. We did so good then as well. It's actually so irritating. Okay, well that was just unfortunate. Suck. We'll go again. It would have to be very, very painful to basically have your inside sucked out. If we had weapons to swap with, I would. I feel like they should have, maybe down here, they had the weapon crate. It is more of a reward when you do get to the point where you can actually use it. But at the same time, boy howdy, is this like painful. We'll try it just going for damage again. It seems like pressing square on the controller is a way better form of reloading. It feels like it's way more consistent. Get both down. Reload again. Fire. Oh, man. The annoying thing is I'm putting myself in a position where I'm really fucked. Get fucked. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. We actually got through that pretty well. Okay. So I think personally, I don't know, it's just weird. It's one of those things where you think you're gonna get really fucked and then you can kind of just go. I think the main idea is literally just a gatekeeping of progression via you just need to, like, if you don't know how to parry, you're not gonna play through this mode. I think that's the idea here, is to really nail home. But then at that point, like, obviously this difficulty is not meant to be made for people who just started playing. But even just having the tooltips talk about dodging would then be a better way to key the player in. Obviously, yet again, from the little description bio that they said, you should probably understand that this mode is not meant to be just something you get into first try. Okay. But I don't believe in ideas of, you know, gatekeeping difficulty via multiple playthroughs. I feel like that type of idea is really dumb in video games. Unless the difficulty is specific, like in a way, this is doing it, what I'm gonna say properly. But unless the difficulty is specifically made to be like, oh well, you just have to, you know, like it's just a subversion of your expectations. Like, oh, we're already getting shit really early. That's really subversive. Because ordinarily you wouldn't even think that nothing would really happen during the prologue, and it would just be like this easy little moment. But no, in this mode. Especially, it really does feel like this is taken way more seriously. I do think the way that they move is perfectly done for this game. The fact that they move in such a creepy way is so good. Yeah, as you see there, if you hold it long enough, it kind of auto-launches it. and the damage you get with it is actually pretty insane. I think stunning him might be the best option. We don't really have much ammo, is the problem. Which is why I do believe, obviously, they were like, please try to preserve your ammo. But saying preserve your ammo doesn't mean much when, like, literally the amount of enemies that they send your way is a little bit obtuse. I think if it was just 2 oozes, 1 archer, and 1 pincer, I think it would be a bit more balanced. Yet again, there's no supplies there. The problem is, as well, is that there's an ammo thing we need. That's get kept by this guy. So yet again, the main idea here is that we're trying to stun him to get behind him. Okay. Damn it. I didn't think you'd have that range. I do like, though, how to reload by using X, which is the fire button, you have to double tap it. It really does fill in the idea of, like, you know, stress in the game, because obviously it's really stressful. I think for now we'll just try to just use this weapon and see how it goes. Like, 210 damage is pretty damn good early on. The real problem. What is that? These enemies are numerous and we must get through them. And they took away our herb. Okay. They had mercy on us. So that is where the bad shit is. And this is going to be the arena in which we take this battle. I'm just hoping, yet again, that they're not going to be bullshit and have it that you have to do this entire phase without healing. Because that would be pretty fucked up, Capcom. And it looks like that is exactly what they want us to do. Okay, let's commence the cutscene. If there is a point where you save, yeah, I think it is. I think anytime you go through a cutscene or something like a major load screen, it saves. So we should be fine considering that now. This is actually a pretty gruesome cutscene.
I got something. I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I feel exactly like Parker right now. But God... Oh, I thought that was a person for a second. I was like, ah.
So, it's not Chris.
I love this. This is such a cool fucking moment. You also get to see arse, which, you know, if you're into that. So this would ordinarily be the first introduction to ooze in the game. And it would really easily show off why this enemy is spooky. And it also introduces us to Table Camp. which is the best type of camp in any game. Table camp is essentially using the table as your ally. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They have fake stun animations as well as regular stuns. And it isn't X, it's trigger. I made a mistake before. I will say that this is a really good reprieve from the earlier bullshit. Hoi! Yeah! Get that good shanking damage. I'm giving a lot of ammo to kill this guy. I wonder if he has increased health or anything. Thank God for table camp. Yeah, it seems like this guy has way more health. Die! Shank up the butt. Oh, we did it! We beat the first tutorial level.
This explains our missing crew.
This is not
This is
good.
Not good.
Where are you, Chris? Her lips are a bit too big. I think that's one of the problems. I feel like when the game was in a lower resolution, the lips were really subdued. But whoo boy, was that a painful road into the first freaking level of this game. Whew. Boy howdy, is it that not fun. I loved this cutscene a lot.
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures.
Seeing this on a
It took
3DS
full
screen was
11
actually
years
so
to finish
incredibly
constructing
crazy.
The world's first aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation.
So hunters, essentially.
This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen.
We're gonna have to play through that at some point.
The FBC, the world's leading
This is one of the main
counter-bioterror
characters, by the way.
organization operating
That
under
guy
the auspices of the
is
US,
really important
was
to the
called
plot.
in to direct
And
efforts
here's
to contain
Parker
the
and
attack.
Raymond.
The BSAA,
And
a
here's another
counter-bioterror
important character.
NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC.
Yeah.
Realizing the need for
So essentially,
immediate
both
and
of them are
decisive
bio.
action, Supreme Corporate
They
Headquarters issued
they
the order
target
to use the
places.
city's solar energy
Uh,
matrix on its
Like
site.
whenever like a fight, like whenever
Media
bioweapons are
outlets
being
around
used,
the
both of
world
those
began to
places
report
do
this
stuff.
incident
But one of
as
them
the
is
Terra
basically
Grigia
just
attack.
about America, and the other one is more about universal
Following
places.
The incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now 2005, and a sense of calm
Yeah, so
and
it's
security
2005
is
now,
finally
essentially.
returning
But
to
the
the
one thing
people.
that's really weird is they say in 2004. You think
As
that
you
they
can
would
see,
say last
the
year
lost
there was
city
the
of
terrorist
Terra
attack,
Grigia
but no, they
remains
say in
inaccessible.
2005.
A
Which is really
silent
interesting.
and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
I think I might actually properly edit this series, considering the amount of times I'm probably gonna die. Especially like I want to have to bury the light within while I'm like knifing the zombie. when we were doing that massive failed attempt. The end of this mission is probably going to be the end of this episode.
There you two are.
I love these
Right.
outfits for both of these
You
characters.
don't normally join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise.
Fake laugh.
I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area.
So this was basically 2.5 hours before, or maybe even like a longer. I think it was just 2.5 hours
I guess
before
the
though.
FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
You can easily tell how bad the textures of like the walls are, because yet again it's just remastered. It's just upscale. So anything that was kind of like a meh model, the upscaling won't really work too well.
Genesis.
This is one of the most important things of this
Is that
game.
its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
This is also a really good way to teach you how it works, by having Parker kind of be the scapegoat for the player here.
Because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
So essentially this this machine allows you to, like in Metroid Prime, scan shit and be able to so you're able to scan shit, find hidden things, find fingerprints, which are very important. There's a little bit of a beep there, so yeah, okay. Buy that, or grab that rather. So we have one hand grenade.
What the hell are you doing?
So as you can see,
A
we have
genesis requires a
12%.
decent sample size to get an accurate reading. Scan the carcasses on the beach and send me your data. Ah, look at this mess. Oh, they're rotted
That's
to
really
hell.
annoying. I didn't know how
Have a look at this.
the thing would work. Essentially, there's one. There's one behind here. That's what the thing would have been geeking out about earlier. There's a crow. Can we scan it? So Parker will be there for a while, essentially just saying, "Hey, player, did you know that there's actually something here?" I think this is just saying how many fish are dead. There is a hidden item nearby. And I think, especially for a hard difficulty like this, whipping out this every now and again and just even checking is going to be very important. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to have to do this. Metal
getting
detected.
something.
So essentially there's something inside of this one.
Out there. That's where Terra Grigia was. Has it been a year already? Huh. We need more samples to run an analysis. Give me a few more.
We can now
Careful now.
go do this. I don't know if it's better to do this after you take out. You have to take out one of these, and they're called blobs. I think it's pretty fair to see why they're called that. In this, I don't feel like this mission would be changed too much because it has to just have
I've
blobs.
got something.
I think us accidentally using that grenade is a really bad thing. I think we might have to restart this level. Because it would be really hard. It might not be possible without using like really good like grenade utility.
I'll run some tests on this. Continue with the investigation.
Literally like a virus sample, like they could destroy the world essentially. Hand it over to me, Jill. I surely won't do anything with this. Like shove it up my ass. But as you can see with that one there is no shadow and it's a little bit off. The reason why is because it's still alive. And I think the other thing that's really meant to clue you in is the fact that you get like no points from it. We'll have our pistol aimed at it. And we'll edge ourselves ever so. The other thing is you get the researcher thing. I'm just gonna shoot it.
It moved.
Careful, you two.
Okay, so you have to shoot it in its mouth. That's when it is most vulnerable.
After Raccoon City, this must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
There's another one or two. There'll probably be like 3 or something hidden in there. To be a big pain. I don't know if I'm gonna go for the fingerprints. The fingerprints don't really give you that big of a leap forward. This one here actually explodes, which is actually kind of cool. So there's a hidden item. There it is. More handgun ammo. I like the way it's implemented. This one gives you like 1, and as you can see there, there's the handprint. So essentially there'll be handprints, and very simply, if you get an amount of them, you just get like extra little things. So there's like 30 of them. Yeah, there's not really much to say about them. They're not too crazy, but they're still useful. Come on. I remember there being one that has like a crazy amount of stuff attached to it. That's like 16. I think it's in this little alcove area here. There it is. Now, we now have 1 healing item. That should go to show you how little healing items you get. But essentially, this is a really good tutorial on all of this stuff. You can even not use, one of the things that's cool is, I guess they don't want to have you stocking up on too much health there, bud. I do think there's going to be like 2 to 3. We got 2 healing. That's really interesting. And we also don't have a maximum amount of ammo. I think I'll do this anyway. Yeah. We'll do that anyway just to show it off.
Smell. Must have ruptured from gas.
And you'd get 1% from that one, which is very humorous. But yeah. As you can see, the door's banging a little bit. Oh, maybe not actually. But there is something in there. Yeah.
Shit.
There's another one.
Hell, don't these things stay dead?
Oh my gosh. Parkies, get the shit out of me. It's funny how much easier this is compared to like they probably do a frick ton of damage. But the fact that like they aren't just like it's funny to see how much these aren't bullet sponges, and to see how much the other ones were. There you go. But you look at that thing and you're like, Jesus criminy, I do not like it.
Some peace and quiet.
Scan.
All a day's work for you two, eh?
Literally O'Brien, like unfazed, just like, yep. Anyway, so I really need that evaluation. He's very distant, at least in this flashback. He's a reserved person. I'll say that. He's a very reserved person.
Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And anger. They really want to kill us, and they also roar at us, which shows emotion.
Well, we did all
Or at least a desire to, you know, intimidate.
come back from HQ.
So it does have the, you know, biological intelligence to know how to try to attack foes.
What?
Oh, the first Chris mission actually might be an issue as well.
I'll take it from here.
But yeah, it's really funny how the first try we actually, you know, go through the,
Starting now.
like as soon as we get to level 2, it's just like, oh, well, you know,
Good.
you've already
Back to it.
played, you know, you've played a little bit.
Jill, Parker, you two are still on the case.
We got a new lead.
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
When? How?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean.
I wonder
Thought
what
they
that
were on the
phone
mountains chasing
would be.
Veltro.
It would have to be some sort of
Judging from
phone.
their position, they must
What
be
would have would there have even have been a smartphone type device made in 2005? Maybe there was in Japan. This is obviously we gotta understand this is a Japanese made series. But the fact that we didn't even need that grenade really irritates me. The fact that, like, you know, there wasn't like 2 monsters that came out to tag team you at the end actually irritates me, because the amount of difficulty that first level had, and then the goal to just immediately afterwards be like, oh no, actually it's pretty easy. So BP is used in the raid mode, and is essentially a way to make sure that you're fine. We'll save. We'll save here. And that will be all for this first episode. So, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. For this one section of the gameplay, we had 0 deaths, because obviously it was pretty easy. But yeah, I hope you really enjoy. I hope this episode was, you know, a bit more edited, especially with the death montages. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode of Resident Evil Revelations Infernal. I'll see you then.